morning, my dear students. How do you do? I think everything are fine. Today we can discuss about first chapter in our science, that is nutrition in plants. We can see plants around us. In class 6th, you learned that food is essential for all living organisms. You also learned that carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals are components of food. These components of food are necessary for our body and are called nutrients. Now we can learn about mode of nutrition in plants. Plants are preparing food for themselves from simple substances and is called autotrophic. Here auto means self, trophos means nourishment. Therefore plants are called autotrophs. Animals and most other organisms take in ready-made food prepared by plants. They are called heterotrophs. Heteros means other. Do you know where the food factories of plants are located? Yes, leaves are the food factories of plants. The synthesis of food in plants occur in leaves. Now let's have a listen to this video.
Nutrition in plants. All the living organisms require food. The organisms need to take food to obtain energy, to obtain material for growth, and to obtain materials for the repairs of damaged parts of body. The process of taking food by an organism as well as the utilization of this food by the organism is called nutrition. Modes of nutrition. All the organisms can be divided into two main groups. 1. Autotrophs. 2. Heterotrophs. Autotroph. Those organisms which can make food themselves from simple substances like carbon dioxide and water by the process of photosynthesis are called autotrophs, and their mode of nutrition is called autotrophic. For example, green plants. Heterotroph. Those organisms which cannot make food themselves by the process of photosynthesis and take food from green plants or animals are called heterotrophs, and their mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic. All the non-green plants and animals, including human beings, are heterotrophs. Photosynthesis. The process by which green plants make their own food, like glucose from carbon dioxide and water by using sunlight energy in the presence of chlorophyll, is called photosynthesis. In this process, the plants take carbon dioxide gas needed for photosynthesis from the air through the tiny pores called stomata present on the surface of leaves. Each pore is surrounded by a pair of guard cells. The opening and closing of stomatal pores in the leaves is controlled by the guard cells. The carbon dioxide gas present in air enters the leaves of a plant through the stomatal pores present on their surface, and the plants take water needed for photosynthesis from the soil. Soil always contains some water in it. Water present in the soil is absorbed by the roots of a plant and then transported to the leaves through the vessels which run like interconnected pipes throughout the roots, stem, branches and leaves. The tiny pipe-like vessels which transport water from the roots of a plant to its leaves are called xylem. Chlorophyll is a green substance which is present in the leaves of plants. In fact, it is in the presence of chlorophyll that plants absorb the energy from sunlight. During photosynthesis, the sunlight energy is absorbed by chlorophyll and is used to combine carbon dioxide and water in the green leaves to produce food like glucose. The chemical energy gets stored in the form of plant food. So when plants or animals utilize the food made by photosynthesis, They actually use the solar energy stored in it in the form of chemical energy. In this whole process, plant releases oxygen. Leaves of various colors. Most of the plants have green-colored leaves. Some of the plants, however, have leaves of other colors such as red, violet, yellow, etc. The leaves having colors other than green also have chlorophyll in them. Photosynthesis by plant parts other than leaves. Photosynthesis takes place only in the leaves of plants. In some plants, however, photosynthesis also takes place in other parts of plants such as green stem and green branches. The green stem and green branches can do photosynthesis because they contain chlorophyll. Those stems and branches which are green in color can do photosynthesis. Photosynthesis by algae. Many times we have seen patches of slimy green layer floating on the surface of pond or lake or even in the stagnant parts of a river. Algae are a large group of simple plant-like organisms. Algae contain chlorophyll and produce food by photosynthesis just like plants. Algae, however, differ from plants because they do not have proper roots, stems and
My dear students, do you know our body is made of tiny units called cells? Each cells have different parts. Inside the cell, you can see a spherical structure that is the nucleus. Nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm, and the cell is embedded by cell membrane. Dear students, it is time for us to conclude our class. Today you have learned about photosynthesis, autotrophs and heterotrophs and also structure of a cell. Learn well and keep learning. Thank you. Have a nice day.